Hello, third grade. So today we're going to be working on division word problems. So we've been practicing our division, but now we're going to see if we can read the word problems and figure out how to solve them. So remember, the first number always in our division problem, that's going to be the biggest number. That is the total. And then this is what we're skip counting by till we get to 40. So here we have 40 divided by 8. So they're asking how many times can 8 fit into 40? So we would skip count on our hands by 8, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. It took me 5 fingers. I skip counted by 8 5 times to get to 40. So 40 divided by 8 equals 5. So now let's go over 3 problems together. So Lexi has a lot of materials. She needs to organize all these materials into containers. She counted her crayons and found out that she has 80 crayons, which she will place in crayon boxes. Each crayon box can contain 8 crayons. How many crayon boxes does she need? So we could solve this by drawing pictures if that helps. So while you do your homework, if you bring out paper and a pencil, you can draw pictures as you work. So we know the total of 80 crayons, and our first number is always the total. And each box can have 8 crayons. How many boxes does she need? So I could go like this, and I can look, here's my total. I need to skip count by my 8s till I get to 80 and see how many fingers it uses, or I can draw pictures like this. I know each box contains 8 crayons, so I'm going to draw the number 8. And then I can draw another box of 8 crayons. Now that brings my total to 8, 16. I can draw another box. And if I was at 16, I add 8 more. That is 24. I can add another box, 24 to 32. And I can keep going 32 to 40. But we have 80 crayons, so we still have more boxes. So if I'm at 40, I draw another box. This could be my tape diagram. Brings me to 48. Not there yet, so I need to draw another box. Now we have 56, but we stop when we get to 80. 56, so I add 8 more. Then I get to 64. And then I add 8 more. I got to 72. Now 8 more brings me to my total of 80. So now I have to count how many boxes I have. I just drew the answer, drew the tape diagram. So now how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if you want to check your answer after you drew your picture, or if you want to skip count and then draw your picture and check the answer, we know we have the total of 80 divided by 8. How many are we going to have in? How many times does 8 go into 80? So I'm going to skip count by my 8 and see how many fingers I use. Let's see if I use 10. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. So I got to 80 and I used 10 fingers when I skip counted by my 8. So let's do number 2 together as well. So we know we have 10 boxes. She needs 10 boxes. And I'm labeling my answer. Oops, you can't see. So I know how many boxes are needed. So number 2, 3 piles of clean white papers were stacked in the corner of her room. She decided to place these papers in paper envelopes which can hold 10 papers each. How many paper envelopes does she need if she has 120 clean white papers? So we know that she has 3 piles in her room. So 1 pile, 2 pile, 3 pile, and they're stacked in the corner. She decided to place these papers in envelopes, which can hold 10 papers each. How many paper envelopes does she need if she has 120 clean white papers? So the total is 120. And we're dividing it by the paper envelopes. And there's 10 paper envelopes. So now we need to see, we can skip count by 10s till we get to 120. Or we can write it out. but let's practice this one by not writing it out and skip counting. So if I'm counting by my tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So that was 12 fingers. So she needs 12 paper envelopes to hold her 120 clean white papers. Envelopes. All right, and let's do one more. Let's do number 4. So Lexi spent 2 hours, I think it's crooked, hold on. Lexi spent 2 hours, there we go, 2 hours gathering all of her watercolor paintings. She thought of placing an equal number of paintings in 4 of the rooms in her house. If Lexi has 32 watercolor paintings, how many paintings will be placed in each of the rooms? So we have a total of 32 watercolor paintings. So that's our total. So I'm going to write 32, and we're dividing it up into rooms evenly, but how many rooms are there? 4 rooms. We want to know how many are going to go in each room. So we could skip count by our 4s to our 32. How many times does 4 fit into 32? Or if it helps, you could also draw an array. So we have our tape diagram up here, but you could also draw your array. So here's 1 room, 2 room, 3 room, 4 rooms, and they each have 1 in them. And you can write your X's till you get to 32. So if I had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So that's all the paintings divided up into our 4 rooms. So now I'm going to count how many are in each row, because that'll show me how many are going to be in each room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And to double check my answer, I can skip count by my 4s and see if I get to 8 fingers when I get to 32. So it'd be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and that's 8 fingers. So remember, you can draw out a tape diagram, you can draw out arrays to check your answers, or you can skip count. And remember, you can always double check your answers in math. When you read your problem, make sure you're looking for the total, and what are you dividing it among? Are you dividing cookies among your friends? What's the total amount? How many people? And that's going to help. All right, thank you and have a good rest of your day. Bye.